All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Josh here, founder of Executive Stride. And in this short video, it's going to be a short video today, I am going to go over just a kind of brief overview of what the Stride operating system is, what it looks like, what its functions are, capabilities, how you can utilize some of these, systems in your life and structure your life and organize your life and business and really thinking in your brain and your thought processes and everything, your habits, etc. Using a system like this. Now, it doesn't have to be this exact system. You could look at some of the components we have within it and maybe take some or innovate, whatever. But this is kind of where we're at right now. We're consistently improving this system and obviously adding to it, whatnot. But I'm just going to give you a brief overview. This is a very intricate and dynamic system. So I can't go over the whole thing in one video, or else it would probably be at least a couple, minimum 1 hour to 2 hours, I'd say. But we will make multiple videos going over things within this system, because there's some components within the system that are very large in and of itself and would have multiple videos just on one of those components. So it's a very intricate system. It took us a while to build it to where we're at. We've innovated upon other systems, as well as kind of just added in our multiple new things, and just kind of built this massive what it is. It's an operating system so it encompasses a multitude of things. So it's a bunch of different components brought together, different components of your life, business, etc. Learning, content creation into one cohesive system. Okay, so I'm not gonna click on every little thing today in this video, but in other videos, I will maybe go over some of these different components. I'm going to explain to you what this is on a high level, okay? And what the purpose of this is. Now, if you're not familiar what tool I've used to build this, I've used Notion. So if you're not familiar with Notion, you can look up some more videos, but I'll also give you a quick overview. Notion is kind of like a note-taking app, but it's a bit more modern, and then there's a lot more function capabilities, and there's also database capabilities within it, which makes it so powerful. That's the reason I chose Notion. In terms of like productivity apps, productivity hacks, all these things, I know a lot about it. I use a lot of different ones, so I've tried a bunch of different tools. We use some of them for different things, but there's things like Evernote. What's that one? There's that one that's Rome. There's Rome. There's a few different ones, but the reason why we built our full operating system within Notion is just because of the databases, the capabilities. It's the look, the overall aesthetic is a lot more pleasing. Not that that's the main thing, but I just really like Notion. It's a great app. If you haven't checked it out or heard of it, I'll leave a link down below for Notion. It's typically free. If you're actually building like a huge thing within it and you need more space, then it's very cheap. I think it's like $5 to $10 a month maybe per user, so per paid user. So it's a very solid software and app. I'll make a video later on, a more intricate review and overview of Notion itself, and like going over all the different things you can do and how to build certain things, how to work with databases and all that stuff. But the Stride operating system, I'll give you an overview of that, what that is right now, right this second. So this is the home page, kind of like the dashboard of the Stride operating system. All right, we have different quick links here. All right, and we have day domination, so different tasks, as well as just kind of quick links right here, as well as our daily tracking. So every single day I input different KPIs for myself. All right. So today, later on, I'll be inputting these. So like stuff like about diet, sleep, mindset, working out, you know, all these different things, and I'll go over that in other videos. And yeah, that, so I keep track of my habits within here, personal habits, personal stuff like that, as well as business tracking. We use it as well. So I keep track of pretty much my whole personal life, my whole learning, my whole content creation, like posting videos, doing TikToks, doing YouTube videos, doing you know, all the social platforms, Twitter, etc. I use this system, as well as I use this system for things like prospecting, you know, messaging scripts, or trainings, SOPs, certain SOPs, you know, like so much things, and then learning new information, taking that information, implementing it into our own programs, and being able to serve our clients better, etc. So it's a very cohesive system. So this is like a perfect system if you're someone that's like a coach or a marketing agency owner, or you know, really anyone actually, but like obviously that's who I identify with a lot more. And you know, it's completely changed our business because it's enabled us to input, like to output. I always, if you guys are familiar with my channel and watching my videos, you'll always hear me talking about time of output and speed, and you need to take action and get things to the market as soon as possible, and capitalize on opportunities before they vanish. And that is because, and this is one of the things that enables me to do this, enables us to do this, because I knew these fundamental universal laws of like, okay, if I don't take action right away, I could miss out on opportunities, and I need to learn and implement right away. I can't just let it marinate in my head, forget about it, whatever. You need to learn in the most effective, efficient way possible. You need to be a productive individual, very professional in terms of your habits, your day-to-day life, behind the scenes. Not just like making a VSL, making a web page, and having everything look nice, or hiring a team. Yeah, you could run a business, but in terms of your in terms of your personal life, you need to be a professional. You need to take it very, very serious. You are a living organism, and you need to train yourself and mold yourself and develop yourself in a certain way to achieve your goals, to build your destiny, right? So I understood this. I've understood this for a very, 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 very long time. And then recently, within the last year and a half, is when we actually started implementing this system, right? So maybe you don't know about the importance of that. I just told you if you didn't, but maybe you already do know, and you're like, yeah, I know, I need to be doing this, but I never really had like a solid system. Well, this is what we use. This is it. All right. So, yeah. So Stride OS. So on a high level, what does that mean? So S stands for spheres, T stands for themes, R stands for resources. Then I stands for identity development. D stands for domain expertise. E stands for execution zone. Then we have review cycles, so reviewing our years, our days, our months, etc. And then yeah, so this is all about insight. This is all about the actual Stride system. I don't want to dive too deep into each and everything right now, but I'll kind of throw these down here and show you how intricate this can get, right? So I don't want to overwhelm you. Like, if you're not familiar with Notion and all this, I spent a lot of time watching a bunch of Notion videos, learning about the software. I spent a lot of time going through different productivity courses and programs, and getting coaches, and spending a lot of money, like the top programs pretty much, if you do a lot of research, and as well as reading books and stuff. So And I've taken other like different components from other people's systems. Like if you're familiar in the Notion space, you may see things and be like, okay, I've seen that before. Oh, this looks familiar. That's fine. We've implemented a bunch of the top things, just like we do with anything. That's what my kind of goal is. We bring in all the best knowledge, all the best strategies, as well as innovating on it and making it everything better, and doing all that to enable the best results for myself, my team, my organization here, our organization, as well as, you know, the people who watch these videos and our clients and all that stuff. So everything is built to yield the best results for that. So spheres, themes, and resources, a lot of different Notion systems that if you look into, there's Para, there's all these other ones. And the reason the Stride system works the best for us, and it potentially could work the best for you, is because it's structured in a way where it's multi-leveled. All right, there's not just one level or two levels or three at the top. We have three because, for example, spheres are things that are kind of areas within your life, right? So things like here, let me just show you an example. Here's some what are these? Filter. Yeah, so these are spheres. No, so the sphere is executivestride.com. So that's one sphere within my life, all right? I have like I don't want to currently show all my spheres, but I will in other videos and whatnot, and go through some of them. There's certain things like this is a very personal thing. It has a lot of different stuff within it, so I don't just want to click everywhere and whatnot. I already filtered certain things to hide certain projects, etc. So currently just for this video, but as well as a few different things. But I don't know. I may click on some things, and there may be, you know, confidential stuff right now. So I'll have to make more in-depth videos on certain components and kind of hide some things and whatnot, personal information, client information, confidential information, whatever, team information. But for now, let's just show you domain. So spheres would be something like Executive Stride, which is one sphere of my life. I also have multiple other businesses, right? So certain ones I want to really, like, we have the Stride Suite, which does, you know, obviously those are different subcategories of Executive Stride. If you're not familiar with that, I talk about it. We have different softwares as well as different things under the Executive Stride, the Stride umbrella, to grow it, as well as provide the best service for our clients, help them in different areas in terms of prospecting, setting up CRMs, as well as different software for sending emails, and then different investment opportunities like real estate, pre-construction deals. So just to a real solid suite for obviously business growth, but then also developing a long-term relationship, helping them make the best decisions, making the most money, and have the most success possible. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you want to grow your business. Our job is to help you grow your business, but in the bigger scheme, the bigger vision, our job is to help you build a life and build the life you desire, which is ultimately making the most amount of money possible in an ethical way, helping your clients the best way possible, and being able to live a life of freedom where you can take care of your family and your loved ones. So that's a Stride Suite. I also have a few other projects and couple other companies and things. So those are spheres, as well as things like dating life, relationship life, health, fitness. Those are very, very big pivotal things within my life. I'm always cultivating new information and content around those things. Now, those are things, of course, if you're familiar with my channel, if you've been a subscriber, or if you watched a lot of the videos, currently we're strictly focusing on business and stuff like that. But if you do want me to make more videos, because I have a depth of understanding within a large amount of topics, such as, you know, health, fitness, relationships, etc., then I could touch on that, spirituality and stuff. But for now, obviously, this is all about business growth and whatnot. We may dabble a bit within there, but anyway, so those are kind of spheres, the spheres within your life. All right, health, wealth, love, relationships, however you want to break it down. Themes are are basically like sections of that. So executive stride, for example, the themes currently are stuff like, are basically like departments. So accounting, client operations, human resources, sales, product development, marketing. Currently we have the Stride conglomerate under there, which actually is the Stride suite, right? And then resources would be, say, for example, marketing. Okay, marketing on, like, these could be resources: TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever marketing channels, or marketing, whatever, like breaking those down. Sales could be basically the subcategories within the themes. All right, so that's themes, spheres, themes, and resources. It's basically just a categorical hierarchy of resources are categories within themes. Themes are categories within spheres, and spheres are kind of like the categories of your life, where the main spheres where your attention goes and the things that you work on and are looking to improve and keep track of, whatever. So on a very, very broad level. So it gets broad to narrow, right? And that's what a lot of systems I saw lacked. They were either just one thing, like for example a sphere, or maybe a sphere and a theme. So having at least the option to have three is a lot better in my opinion. Now, this may not make sense if you're not familiar with how Notion works, and like it's not as simple as just like adding three. Yeah, you can just add three, but our system's built with three, right? So within all the databases throughout all the system, and it's all completely, tied together, right? Anyways, domain expertise, like I could talk about each, like you see there's a lot of stuff, like each one of these things has a lot of stuff inside of it. So I'm giving you a high level overview. All right, I'm also going to make videos on Notion if you're not familiar with that, so stay tuned for that. If you are familiar with Notion, you are familiar with productivity systems within Notion, you're probably looking at this and you're like, okay, I'm getting like a good, at least overview of how the Stride OS system is set up. Next is the domain expertise. So we have basically just different vaults of databases, such as I'm not going to go over them all. You can see them here. Pause it if you want. But different vaults about learning, notes, media vaults, knowledge vault, training and courses vault. We take a lot of different programs, training, courses, etc. We've invested a large sum of money into those type of things. We've been through over, I think now probably over 250,000 worth of programs and stuff like that. It may be a bit more depending on, if you're including online courses and stuff, but assets vault. All right, so different assets within the company: team member vault, tag database vault, case study vault, channels vault. So this actually ties into the content creation machine. Industries, people, companies, funnels, email sequences, all channels. So that ties into the industry players. So imagine having like a very aesthetically pleasing, and once you like there's a lot of stuff in here, so it's like, trust me, when I had to wrap my head around all this stuff initially, it was like very, very complex. And you may look at this and you're like, why would I want something so complex? And I completely get it. I completely understand. That was my initial feeling too. I'm like, okay, this is just some nerd stuff. These people organizing their life, whatever. Once you wrap your head around it, it may take like a week or two, and you actually implement it and use it, it can be very beneficial. All right. So yeah. Now, this stuff ties into the industry players, and you can keep track of all these different things. I'm not going to explain that section right now because that's a whole thing in of itself. All right. And then the execution zone. So task, projects, goal outcomes, milestones, values, value goals, and master content tracker. So it's like a combination of pretty much a lot of the best. So it's innovated upon, as well as a combination of a lot of the best top Notion systems that we were able to find. There's some of the, I can't remember them off the top of my head. There's like Para, there's a few other ones, as well as just so many different resources piled in. It took a few months. Like it took, I think, like 4 months to really get to a viable, like where it was actually very viable and actually like working and you could actually use it. But just accumulating all the top things, different setups for, you know, tracking your books, tracking your learning information, your habits, all these things. And then we basically, like on this high level, you can't really see the actual gist of how each one is set up. I'll make separate videos on that. I just wanted to give you an overview of the whole system. All right. So I understand you may have now watched this and you're like, okay, well now I get an overview. Like what's the actual thing? What's within there? Like I want to see you use it. We will make more videos diving into that. All right. This is just a necessary overview for you to kind of see how everything's laid out. Like the databases are here. We have notes, meetings, ideas, execution zones. So quick capture, task inbox, today, tomorrow, next 7 days, next month, due next, spheres, themes, resources, project zone. All right. Identity manifestation zone. All right. I read this every single morning to program my brain, to program my unconscious brain so I can achieve my goals. Execution zone, so I can execute ruthlessly every single day without having to think, oh, what am I going to do today? Because that time of me thinking and fumbling around makes me slow and inefficient. So I have an execution plan, a war plan. Every single day I go and execute. That is what you need to have, or that is how you need to think. Whether or not you have something that's mapped out in Notion or this and that, that is how you need to do it if you want to like be very productive and organized. And if you can train your brain to work and kind of understand this whole thing, which you obviously can. But either way, the basis, even if you're not going to use Notion or try to build a system like this or work with us and just get our system, you need to have a mindset where you have a plan and you execute every day and you're able to learn, iterate, and improve every single day on the information you're intaking. All right. And that is what this system does. It's systemized in a certain way. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. All right. If you guys have any questions or if you want me to dive in deeper into specific areas, let me know in the comments below. Okay. Like I said, it's a very in-depth, intricate system, so I can make probably 100 different videos within this system alone. Okay. Maybe like 20 or 30, but anyways, if you want this system exactly templatized, you know, into your Notion, you know, very, very quickly, then this is one small part of what our clients get when working with us. All right. We help them not only grow their business, but systematize their life, their business, all their processes, everything like that, as well as their mindset, program their brain, to actually be able to be that person that can make 100K plus per month, or, you know, shoot past that goal, whatever your goal is, just completely demolish it. All right. If you want that, if you want our help, then go to executivestride.com/quiz or click the links below. You can look at our resources, case studies, testimonials, as well as acquaint yourself with more of our YouTube videos, and then apply to work with us. And you can speak with myself or someone from our team. Regardless of the fact, make sure to subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and like this video because we post every single day. All right. And other than that, also, if you're just starting out and you're like, hey, Josh, I can't afford to, you know, invest in a mentor or coaching program or whatnot, that's 100% okay. Like I said in our previous videos, our client acquisition code book is dropping soon, so be on the lookout for that. That's going to give away so many secret tips and secret sauce within the business growth industry that a lot of people are charging thousands and thousands of dollars for, that you'll be able to get for just the price of a book. All right, so stay on the lookout for that. So make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you know when that drops, and you can pick that up immediately right when we drop that. Okay. Other than that, guys, I'm Josh Pocock, again, founder of Executive Stride, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.